What's up guys and girls, it's Emma. Yeah, this video I basically just want to get right down to it because I really don't want to ramble, because I'm finding that even though now I have space to make videos, actually editing them takes a very long time. Basically I just want to get right down to it. I want to have another little piercings conversation with you guys. I just realized I'm sitting in the exact same place I was last time I talked to you guys about piercing. Basically I had an issue last night with my Monroe. I took it out for some reason because I wanted to, you know, give my mouth a clean and stuff. It's like if you have oral or facial piercings that, you know, go anywhere near the inside of your mouth, it's very important to keep the inside of your mouth clean. Like brush your teeth regularly, obviously that's just general hygiene. But I also have a tongue cleaner, so I clean my tongue all the time. I have an aura brush. Yeah, like wash your mouth that regularly, use like salty water and stuff. But this time I actually felt like taking it out and cleaning it. And it's not like I can't take my Monroe out, because I have to swap my Monroe around almost every day, because my work doesn't actually like piercings and I prefer to wear this one. So whenever I'm not at work I always wear this, but whenever I have to go to work I wear this clear retainer. I don't know whether you can see that, probably can. So it's just this clear retainer, it's got like the thing. I know I'm touching it with my sticky fingers, but I have alcohol wipes and I keep everything clean. I also have heaps of spare ones in case those are dirty. Basically my problem was that I was about to go to bed. Like I was actually lying in bed ready to go to sleep. I turned all the lights off and everything. It was like sleep time ready. And then I realized, oh shit, my mouth feels naked. Oh my god, I don't have my lip ring in. So I then rushed to the bathroom to put it in, and then I finally got there and it had already started closing. I was like, ah shit, because this was only 3 hours after I took it out. So I'm just like, ah shit, I'm not gonna be able to get this back in. So basically I had to get the retainer because this is a longer one, and I knew that if I tried to put the stud back in, it would get irritated and it would swell. And this one's only just long enough for if I'm just wearing it normally, but if it gets swollen, it doesn't fit and then puts pressure on it and then creates more problems. So whenever I have like a swelling issue, I always wear this one because it's significantly longer than the one I have in. But I didn't realize the extent of how much it had closed up. So when I was putting it in, I didn't even realize that's what I was doing. I thought I was just trying to get it past the hard, almost closed bit, but turns out it had almost completely closed over at a certain point in the middle. So without even realizing that's what I was doing, I basically re-pierced it with a non-clean plastic retainer. That is not good. It's really bad. It's one thing that I re-pierced it with a plastic retainer, but it's another thing that it wasn't clean either. I wasn't expecting it. I was there with like the alcohol wipes and everything. I was like putting alcohol wipes on the inside of my mouth, and it was to the point where I looked in the mirror and was like, oh shit, I'm bleeding. But they just put this one back in today, and it still kind of hurts. It's still a little bit swollen, but it's enough for me to put this one back in. I got a form spring question like a long time ago after I did my first piercing video. It was just some hater trying to spread hate, I think, because I get a lot of haters on form spring, and frankly I don't know why, because I'm pretty sure I haven't done anything to make you guys hate me. But yeah, he basically was just having a go at me about my piercings and stuff. Go, you piercing, you never get infections or whatever. I resent that. I have twice mentioned in a video that I have had infections. I can safely say to you right now, I can confidently say to you that I have not had a single piercing that hasn't gotten even just a little bit infected or has had an issue in the time that I have had it. These cartilage ones, yeah, my sister's bird bit one of them. It's because it was constantly numbing on this one, which I didn't mind because it was healed and it was alright. But then it bit this one and caused a great amount of pain to me. I can't even explain to you the amount of pain. It hurt more than right after it got pierced, I can just safely say that. Because its beak didn't just bite the actual stud itself, it bit the actual skin that was still not healed. It bit it after only a week of me having it, and it was a cartilage piercing. That hurt a lot, and I got a massive infection from it. Actually, I'm going to be really disgusting. I'm going to be really gross and just show you video evidence that I have had infections. That was on a day where I woke up and I just felt pain everywhere. Like this entire side of my head was just sore because I had that blowout, and it was only stretched to a 3 and it was already like ginormous and sore, and it took forever to go away. And that is the second time that hole has had something like that. And all the skunk that was behind there, yeah, that's just blood and goop. I know this is kind of grossing you out, but this is the reality of it. If you're gonna have piercings and stuff like this, you're gonna have to either deal with it or control infections. I do everything in my power to make sure I don't get infections, but the reality is sometimes they just happen whether you look after them or not. Like I keep everything clean. Like I have sterile stuff on my desk. Like that's where I keep all my piercings and stuff, because I don't want infections and I don't want a paralyzed face. Numerous ones on this side have gotten little infections like that. I've had my first lobes, not stretched, but I've just had them in general for about since I was 6 or 7. So they've been bruised, they've been swollen, they've been sore, they've been infected, they've had numerous problems, but also it got to the point where I could take them out and it would just not close up. I'm going to run out of memory. I hate this memory on this camera. But yeah, in my industrial had a giant pressure bubble on it. And my Monroe, I've had a problem with my Monroe before. On the inside of my lip, I have actually had a giant like lump. That's really quick. I have to go because I only have 1 minute of memory left. But I hope that sums it up for you. I have never had a piercing that has not had an infection, but I look after all of them. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna stop ranting for a minute. Okay, see you guys, bye. I'm sorry, I just realized I've been looking at the screen the whole time. I haven't been looking at you. I'm sorry, that's so rude.